Robert Halfon, you've just been speaking to driving instructors, small business people. During the last year with grants, did you come across people distressed? Is that too strong a word?
Well, actually, it's too mild a word. I had Paul Flaherty, a driving instructor, contact me, not just him, but other businesses. I had businessmen and women who'd built up their businesses over years in tears, crying in front of me because of the problems that they couldn't get the grants that the government had given Harlow Council. And when Paul contacted me, we wrote to the council and it got changed, but it took a while because there was this kind of computer says no attitude at the time from Harlow Council, and it was destroying their livelihoods. It wasn't just destroying them, their economy, their jobs, their families, but the businesses they'd spent years building up. So I hope we never go through that again, and I welcome the announcement that Councillor Perrin has made, the new councillor, the new Conservative administration has made. They're looking at the criteria about how these awards are given, so these grants are given. The truth is, when the government give Harlow Council millions of pounds, as they have done, that money should be doled out to those who need it simply and efficiently.
We hope to get to another date on June the 21st, which is not far to go. No data, not dates, etc. But is there a lot of rebuilding to be done in Harlow regarding businesses, etc., coming out of lockdown?
There's a lot of rebuilding in Harlow and across the country. I mean, everyone has struggled and suffered. People have struggled with the cost of living. It's good. I was in the town last week going to a newish Romanian shop. They asked me to go there. Great food, and they said business was booming again. And the town looked pretty busy to me. I was in the Harvey Centre, I was in Broadwalk. I was really excited actually to see it packed. But it's going to be very hard for businesses, the COVID has hit everyone, not just health. They've lost relatives, but businesses have lost their income, their livelihoods. Hopefully we can rebuild, as the Prime Minister says, to build back better.
You mentioned the town centre, and you said after you got elected about the town centre, about the whole area, and Strawberry Star put an application in there in the Discover Harlow meeting. We need to see that town centre have building going on, don't we, pretty quickly. You will not be in the next general election people going, it's complicated or this hasn't been done. You need to see building going on there.
Well, I've just sat this morning for 2 hours in a Harlow town centre regeneration meeting, and we absolutely need to get our town centre sorted out. There's millions of pounds we're bidding for. The government have offered Harlow a chance to bid for literally millions and millions and millions of pounds. And I'm hoping that we'll be successful and we'll get some of that. I've met with Strawberry Star. I think it's quite exciting what they've got planned for part of Market Square and Broadwalk. I've met them a few times, and hundreds of millions of pounds are coming into Harlow. A new hospital, the road junction, advanced manufacturing centre, potentially multi-million pounds for our town centre. So absolutely, we need to have made we need to make progress on it.
You mentioned a hospital. Should my readers be concerned that the hospital actually haven't bought any land yet?
I spoke to the hospital chair this morning. On Friday mornings I do surgeries and also meet with community groups, and he was very optimistic about that, and they've done almost everything but signed the dotted lines. And I'm sure your Harlow will speak to them, and they're very positive about getting that land. The issue has been getting that land from you can't just seize the land, you've got to buy it. It's got to be agreed like any contract.
And finally, taking us outside slightly, was there anything that Dominic Cummings said that you agreed with the other day?
Well, where I agree with him is that clearly mistakes were made, and it's a difficult time, but we are in a state of emergency, and it never happened to us before. No one knew what was happening. What I've always argued for is a serious public inquiry, where it's a legal inquiry where people can present the evidence by law, so they're subject to oath. You can't make things up. All sides are seen, and we have to find out what exactly went on and where we can learn from this, God forbid if it happens in the future. But what I will say is that our vaccination programme is second to none. We're one of the highest in the world, higher than most countries in the European Union. Millions of people have been vaccinated. In Harlow, thousands and thousands of people have been vaccinated. I had my second vaccination a couple of weeks ago, and we're getting out of this. Our businesses are opening, our economy is going to boom again. God willing, jobs will come back two Harlow's businesses open and need to employ more people. So it has been an awful time. Government got to learn the lessons from it. It has to be a formal inquiry, but we're moving ahead. The light is at the end of the tunnel.